Video from my August 31st, 2014 dive to Casino Point in Catalina. It was Matthew's birthday, and we had a group of about 12 people out. We started the first dive in search of the Sujack. We dropped down in the corner of the park, started off at about 95 to 97 feet. There were juvenile fish everywhere. Here's a big school of juvenile blacksmith. There's a small kelp bass. It was a beautiful dive, despite somewhat limited visibility. Here was a moray eel. Some interesting facts about the moray eel. They're actually brown in color. The green is from a yellow slime. This is the wreckage of the Sujack. It's one of the sides of the hull that's still wrecked. Here you can see JP. There were a couple of holes in it that you could do swim-throughs, and you'll see I do here. It's at about 82 feet of water. It was slightly inward from the buoy, towards the park. Here you can see JP swimming through one of the holes. I follow behind him. It's just this one wall that's standing up, this one side of the hull. There were juvenile Garibaldi everywhere. I love them when they're small like this. They start off with quite a bit of blue to them, as you can see here. And as they age, as they grow, they lose some of the blue colors, or lose all the blue colors. There were quite a few adults here as well, and they were their usual aggressive selves. This is actually a juvenile baby sheep's head. JP pointed it out and had no idea what it was, and I didn't either. I had to research it for a while. But not only do they change sex, they also change color. Here's my mom and brother Matthew at the bottom in front of a wreck. This was a small flatfish that we found at the wreck. Even some distance away from the floats and buoys, you can still hear the clanging of the chain. This is a two-spot octopus. If you look directly under his eye to the right of his siphon, you can see a blue circle. And because of this, I believe it is the two-spot octopus. I've seen tons of Eastern Pacific red octopus at places like Vets Park, but this is the first two-spot octopus that I've seen. Here you can really see it right next to his siphon. I was thrilled. JP found two in a row, as well as a Nudibranch that I had never seen before. I'm not quite sure what species of octopus this was. He was wedged in a corner. I've got no idea how JP found him, but he never really moved from this position. After a few moments of being videoed, he decided he didn't like the bright lights and ducked down into the crack. This is a Hypsilodorus californica. I've never seen one before. It was maybe an inch long. I have no idea how JP spotted it. Here you can see the rhinophores in the front and the serrata in the back. I spoke with a friend who said that this is actually a fairly rare Nudibranch, so it was lucky that we saw him. Here's another moray eel. Another kind of interesting fact is they actually have two sets of jaws. Their outer jaw bites and grips food. They also have what's known as a pharyngeal jaw. It's down in their throat and comes forward when they're eating. So the front set of jaws holds the food, the rear set of jaws pulls it down the throat. This was a little goby next to that same moray eel. There's prettier gobies, but they're harder to film. This is a rainbow scorpionfish. It was quite beautiful, and unfortunately as I was filming it, Garibaldi decided that I was clearly in his way. This was a great dive, and I had a great time.